Let's see. Hello everyone, I am Oracle Unicorn and welcome to Shaman Messages. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to check your moon, rising, and Venus signs on my Facebook page for the Zodiacs. Oracle Unicorn, # Oracle Unicorn. All right, so this is a general reading for the masculines, Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a advice reading, I would say. That's what it definitely feels like. I'm trying to figure out what oracle deck I really should pull for this. Really? All right. Well, for an advice reading, I suppose this is it. All right. So, guiding principles. Revisioning of guiding principles. That's definitely what it looks like. Sounds like. All right. Emotional balance and dependability when it comes to giving thanks. Looks like there's a breakdown of one's energy, sense of pride. There's a new breakdown of pride because I've been seeing the standstill card. So there's been a standstill between two specific people that have deep soul connections, okay? And this is this legacy and strength and ownership in one's truth. Yeah. Reaching out and seeking allies upon your cause. Taking in accountability with emotional balance and gratitude energy. I would definitely say that with the ownership of one's truth, okay? There's some change in tactics going on that is definitely destined. It's a huge transformation. So this also could be within your home environment, but also tied to emotional release, like a tie. I would feel a specific tie you had. There was it looks like there's a codependency energy here. Yeah, wow. And there's this personal sacrifice in having to release something, but having discipline in one's strength and resources. It looks like someone's guarding their resources, to be personally honest. And twin intentions in this. Communication, more strength, but also this could be collaboration. Yeah, with being below, seeking allies for your cause. This could be help for some of you. Having foresight in this. And there's a graceful surrender and caution and one's clarity into this transformation, because this transformation card, that's the second time this came out. So it's very, very strong energy here. I feel a lot of the masculines are going through this. They're really having a full soul tear down and complete 180 shift. Confronting harsh truth, self-improvement, and having this understanding in your self-improvement and filling the space that has this longing. But before, you wasn't sure what this longing was pulling you towards. Now there's this clarity coming in about this longing, relating to a child, but having caution because of these because of fears, using wisdom and learn and one's experience. That's why maybe some of you had very narcissistic-like qualities, I would say. Not that you are some of you maybe purposely, but at the same time, there's this sense of self-understanding it. Some of you, it wasn't necessarily that it was a purposely full thing, but it was a self-sabotage because of the unhappiness going on. But then there's this wanting to stay tied, relating to kids because of kids. Some of you, this is because of a pregnancy you found out, and that's what's really triggering a lot of this just tear down of oneself, and really reanalyzing cause and effect, reanalyzing certain cycles. There's a new breaking of cycle, okay? I feel with this foresight breaking cycles, we had this either last week or the week before, and I felt that one was accomplished, but there's a new one. I feel there's a new level in the one that maybe you are already working in, okay, which is why it's here again, okay? I feel this is a transference of practice in oneself and growth in oneself with ownership and the real truths that's inside when it comes to emotional balance. What would feel emotionally balanced to you? And feel like you have really come into this consistency towards a specific outcome, with not detailed specific, but specific as in just a general 10 of cups life, feeling that 10 of cups life, feeling this elevation in one's soul. Yes, elevation in one's soul with the ownership of a lot of, we were talking about connectivity last week. All of these things coming into vision, or even yesterday, all of these things coming into vision, like everything tying together. And that's what's really elevating just you in general, your sense of self. Because we have this self-improvement and communication and strength in this. There's a mirroring happening in equal intentions, having a lot of caution, but yet still, rejuvenating the self, graceful surrender in the caution and understanding and breaking cycles, and really paying attention to cause and effects when it comes to decisions and choices and decisions. Okay, masculine. What else would you like? All right. We're going to pull we're going to pull these. Mystical Shaman. Mystical Shaman Oracle. What advice? The medicine wheel. And emotional balance. The seer. The hunter. Hunting. It's the seeking. Is it coming into a specific call? Oh, yeah, a lot of, okay. Revelations. An unmarked trail you find. There's some overwhelming energy, but know that there's like an overflow in, there's plenty in this specific direction, knowing that you're going to be able to create this. There's a 3D tower, really. Falling unconscious. An overwhelming emotional tower, possibly a revelation that causes someone to go in an overwhelming. This could bring communication, to be personally honest. That looks like a sudden, a rude awakening. Yeah, because that card is in my head. This is why I'm pulling this deck. Oh, wow. You got the dragon horde. The dragon's horde? The dragon's horde. The dragon's horde. Protection. Protecting the future of the ancestral wisdom within oneself. True riches. The true riches. Really seeing the... Oh, wow. You're seeing the worth in yourself. Okay. Initiation. Okay, yes. That's it. It is. There's some sort of calling. Yeah. Okay, so it is answering a specific calling. Yeah, there's it looks like there's some messages when it comes to a lower world. This is involving animals, your blood tie ancestors, and change in tactics. There's messages going on about change tactics. What about it? I'm surprised the soul retrieval hasn't come out. Oh yeah, changing tactics towards a beloved. Dang. Have you been going through soul retrieval? Can I clarify soul? Oh, cutting of ties. You've been going through a lot of cutting of ties when it comes to the medicine wheel, cutting of ties within your inner self, specific things that were tethered to you. Oh, it was what was creating the confusion. These specific ties were creating the confusion, and you were looking and feeling and changing tactics, ownership in oneself, going in with oneself, entering into the seer energy, listening, opening, like seeking, hunting for it. There's a hunting energy when it comes to the beloved, clearing of the smoky mirror and into a vision quest about the unknown and something lightning happening. Sudden realization about communication and taming the wind. This is understanding how to change tactics for someone involving love in a vision quest. They've seen this in a vision quest. Or they'll be going on a vision quest and seeing certain things. A lot of things will be revealed because you definitely do have the vision quest and the owl, the hidden information when it comes to personal sacrifice or discipline and strength and your resources, okay? And you're gathering a lot of information, taming the chaotic energy of the mind, because this is taming the wind. So this is taming a lot of those, I would say, intrusive thoughts, especially when it comes to breaking cycles, analyzing these cycles, and really coming into conclusions with with decisions, choices, and the cause and effect in those decisions and choices. Really bringing in a unification for future decisions and choices, and how maybe you're going to really be able to make more clear decisions with yourself and with emotional balance, instead of feeling like not really knowing all the way what to do, not fully having the grasp of the understanding, which is really wild, because a lot of people say just kind of go with it and don't try to hone in too much. But some of us, it helps for us to hone in on it. It helps for us to gain the understanding. And then it's like the understanding helps the unfoldment and the recollection of the true direction in the emotional balance that's going on within yourself. You're hearing it from your spiritual team. You're hearing it from your heart's content too. So this is why there's this energy of healing intrusive thoughts, because these intrusive thoughts are not going to be intrusive thoughts anymore. You are using them as your resources. Ha! Yes, I knew this was here. That's why there's this heavy energy of soul retrieval going on, okay? This is you getting your soul, your pieces of your soul back. And this is why there was a lot of this intrusive thoughts, this, pulling away from anything that, kind of gave you it's satisfaction, but you really didn't understand the satisfaction. It was a sense of kind of at that point just it was a band-aid. And so you're like, all right, I can't have this band-aid anymore. I realize I'm using you as a band-aid. And then so I feel masculine. You rip this band-aid off, you felt really bad. But you rip the band-aid off. I feel like you cut ties with that emotional fulfillment, just to embody the emotional fulfillment in your heart with yourself first, and releasing heart blockages that kept you from feeling your heart, or that brought fear to keep you from wanting to go seek into that specific heartfelt choice, decision. And that's why I feel it's like this, it's protecting the worth of this. Really amazing. I mean, you did not get rejection of the call. You're answering it. You're answering it actually in the most emotional balanced way that is meant for you to handle it. This is really good. You're really going to be understanding how to present and give beautiful communication when it comes to the people you're going to change and tactics on coming forward to. You feel a calling to go to or to give something. There could be an energy of giving back soul retrieval once your soul retrieval comes in. There's a replacing, I feel. A replace, though. There's resting in a lot of this completion because the butterfly has to dry its wings out before it can fly. So I feel there's a lot of resting in a lot of this completion, and then allowing oneself with caution and clarity and a graceful surrender to rebuild and rejuvenate something that is very precious to you, especially with this butterfly coming out of the cocoon and, needing to dry its wings. Ooh, masculines. This had to have been rough. But you are at this initiation. You're taking in this initiation. I don't feel a turning away of this initiation at all anymore. I feel there was, but it was because I feel that the vulnerabilities and the triggers weren't quite ready yet, because the more certain things I've noticed, the more certain things are triggered and you're not being triggered by it anymore, the more it's healed. Now, if you go through it again in a sense of talking about it or thinking about it and you're being triggered and emotions start getting chaotic, that there's something it still needs paid attention to. That's the rough part about it, is, you want to get away from something that's caused you trauma, or stop thinking about it and stop going through it and stop crying over it. But yet sometimes that's the only way to heal it. Sometimes allowing yourself to just keep pulsating it, then turn your energy. Don't engulf yourself in it, but do it. Turn away, re-elevate yourself. And then if you feel the need, or the universe or your spiritual team brings it back to you and you feel it coming up again, it's wanting you to go through it again. And then, okay, try, take another step towards, you went through this, now go bring a little more joy back into your healing tear down. Because basically what's happening is, I've actually went through it twice already. What's happening is, and it took a Facebook meme to help me to see this, and I was like, wow, this is wild. So when a wound doesn't get its healing, especially in the heart, in a soul sense, it's bleeding out. And so when it's not being paid attention to, it's just kind of, and it creates just this dark matter. And then you just kind of break into it if something kind of triggers it. It's like, someone pokes your wound and then you go, "Ow!" So, and it's just kind of still bleeding there, and it'll bleed a little more. And basically, so when we go to face it and confront it, what you are doing, especially when you allow the energy of the pain to just echo out. Like I've been able to do it in a sense of silence, but I've pushed my energy out. Like I have, in a sense, like screamed, but because I felt the heart pain. I can feel the pain. And what happens is, while you're doing that, it sends signals in a way with the mind as you're sewing that wound up, and you can feel like the pain from you sewing the wound up. And I stayed kind of quiet in my voice, but like my energy push it out. And as I'm doing that, I vision, that wound being sewn up, and you can feel the pain of the needle. Well, I know I can, because I've had stitches before. So I just kind of have pain remembrance from that. And I just, as it's happening, and I really did, it was like I could feel being sewn, and I would pulsate that pain energy out of my body. Usually I have candles lit and I'm like really envisioning, the candles eating a lot of that energy that I'm pulsating out. So it's heavy, but it's well worth it. And I've realized that I put myself through tests. I'll start thinking about things and I was like, okay, that's not triggering me. Let's go deeper into that thought. That maybe a deeper pain that triggers it. Maybe I'll think about something that could be the worst case scenario and trigger myself with that. Because what if I went through that? What if that happens? You know what? I do. And then I'm like, well, whatever I go through, if it's not the worst case scenario, well, I can flow with it and flow with it with the caution, because I've already went through the experiencing within the self and the soul and the mind, the worst case scenario. So less than that is healing in a sense. It's not a teardown. So it's not giving myself false hopes, but it's giving myself very realistic understandings about possibilities, cause and effect, choices. Very, realistic, because realistically, we all know the worst case scenario can happen. I mean, especially if anything can happen, the worst case scenario can happen. If anything can happen, the best case scenario can happen. So definitely have this, this allowing of dreaming for your best case scenario within a sense of like reality, but don't put barriers, reach for the stars, allow yourself to reach for the stars, but just play with what the barriers of the universe is putting there as you reach. Okay. So it's not trying to break. I think, okay, I feel like this is a new level. Instead of trying to break them, you're working with them. Okay. Because back then we used to try to break these down. And then there has been some readings where I'm like, oh, there's another direction. You can kind of go around this wall, especially if you feel like you keep banging your head on this. So, I think we're good on that. And you're gathering all of this, gathering. Very good. Especially in the middle world when it comes to your obstacles, the overwhelming energy of these obstacles, okay? Especially with having the jaguar here. The Mayans, when they went to go for their freaking enlightenment, from what I know, they had to go through an area of just like defeating jaguars. That was like, that level up in a sense, and then into the flow of understanding how to protect one's wealth, true wealth inside yourself. Okay. I feel like there's a realization, this makes sense why maybe it's a sacrifice here. Some of you may have to sacrifice some of you may have to sacrifice some sort of tangible wealth to achieve emotional sense of wealth, or to honor your wealth inside of yourself and what you truly deserve, or truly deserve in life, and what you've put so much effort into really creating for yourself, flowing in that true riches, and the legacy in those true riches, and protecting one's, heartfelt future with this dragon here. And the flow, like this looks very masculine and feminine, like really healing I want to say the etheric planes, but in a way I just don't feel like that's right when I say it, but yet in a way somehow it has a tie to it being right. I feel like healing ourselves and being able to enter the etheric planes. I'm probably saying that word wrong, but those of you that understand what I'm reaching for, you're reaching for it too, and you understand the connectivity. It's the higher world, because we have the everyday existence in the middle world, the challenges, but there's this overwhelming energy, but really surmounting over all this and being able to really harness and that sense of truth within oneself with this crossing into your initiation after getting some of these pieces of some pieces of your soul retrieval. Okay. All right. I really need to crack down and get into that soul retrieval book. Okay. Yeah. Eagle. Sweat lodge. Yeah. There's this cleansing of thunder and lightning energy, cleansing of some sort of tower moment energy of information you just received. But it's helping you to really be able to free yourself from becoming a lost soul. Yep, a lost soul. Like living life as a lost soul. Wandering. It's like a wandering broad, not really knowing what direction, but just kind of going in it, like really kind of an unhealthy way of flowing. Because just feeling like you just kind of gave up of everything, but you're not, one to give up on life in general, but you're just kind of just nonchalantly putting in effort and not really seeking to have this full accomplishment. But there is a lot of cleansing of this energy, okay? Because I feel there's a sudden sense of a wake up in one's heart, like, I don't deserve to put myself through that no matter what someone makes me believe. They make me believe that, or they make me feel as if like I'm supposed to go down some kind of dark sense of energy this way, and that I wouldn't be able to live a happy life because of maybe some ties. And see, this is a lot of, and this is what gave this smoky mirror when it comes to your love energy. But you do have vision quest is coming in, messages I feel from your heightened team coming in, gathering all of this and really giving you back, in a sense, I feel, your wings to just take freedom. It's a sweat lodge, so it's like sweating out all these toxins. Some of you masculines, especially if you're addicted to something, you may end up going on a trip to a sweat lodge to either soulfully just drench out and just sweat out all of your ties, like unhealthy ties. Like, it's just, you're just going to deteriorate all of it out of you. And then there's going to be a period of resting as you really strengthen a lot of these healing energies that are shifting inside of you. Okay. And so I feel there's some of you are definitely going to be going to some sort of sweat lodge, some sort of ceremony involving this to meet yourself. Yeah. Some of you may meet your ghost self. Some of you are going to meet your higher self. And you're going to make a choice in this. Some of you, you're meeting yourself and you are your lower self. And then you're going to have a conversation with your higher self about you in this energy and about the decision to keep walking this energy. It's going to be hard. It's going to be heavy, but it'll definitely be way more hard and heavier than the obstacle accomplishing road. That's going to be more fulfilling because it's like a constant accomplishment, one right after another. Even if it doesn't seem like you won, it's an accomplishment. It's a completion of something, whether you won or not. It's completed. And so that gives you release. It gives space for the new because it's completed. It's no longer like grabbing onto you like, hey, we're not completed yet, I'm right here, so I have felt that constantly before, so I was just, I know what it feels like. It's wild. So yeah, And I've had these kind of wake-up callings too. And for me, it's like, do you want to constantly wonder if sacrificing yourself will bring you true love? For some of you, especially if you're a masculine, actually a masculine in a feminine energy, okay? Now if you're a masculine and you're totally masculine energy, yeah, this is involving someone else, okay? And the true directions of your heart, the true directions of the complete fulfillment of your sense of soul direction, in a way, because I feel that we have different directions or sense of destiny playouts we have, and we just choose which one that we decide to play out. And I feel that gives it a sense of free will, but at the same time, in a way, it doesn't mean free will, because even Jim Carrey has said, well, then yourself has always known you were going to go down that road. It really truly was never a choice in the first place. It was an illusion of a choice. So with that in mind, I'm wondering if that's going to be ended up calculating in a lot of this, because staying blocked in hopes of a dream and trying to follow everything in the way it's supposed to be in hopes of that specific outcome and not giving any room for play is also in its own narrative a toxic viewpoint and direction in a path. It's hard because it was hard for me to come to that. I mean, it really was. I promise y'all, it really was. But I'm really starting to see that, I mean, there truly is a sense of free will, because I feel we do have different directions laid out, and we can pick one road and we can pick another, and then we can go down one specific road and then come to an awakening of something and then jump back over here. That's like your second chance. That's like that wild card energy coming out. So someone could have had some sort of, because masculines, you're not getting it anymore. You had your wild card, and whatever you used it for, it was possibly for some serious ego awakening, to be personally honest, with having this transformation, confronting harsh truths. There could have been a heavy combativeness in oneself about this, unworthiness. They just did not see themselves like up to par enough. Like they were just like, I'm not even up to par with whatever you do or whatever this is. And so this just seems more simple. I'm already tired. I don't want to sit here and put all this energy to that. But if you enjoy it, would it really be work? And in this direction, you don't enjoy it. So it's already work. So it's just in the shift of views that you're going to be doing when it comes to the flowers you choose with this hummingbird. They choose the most sweetest flowers. They choose the most nurturing or nourishing flowers, you know, and that's what this love, this lightning love, okay? And this thunder. So this thunder of like, I feel like half the masculines are just like, it's like your spiritual team is like thundering, 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 and you're like, we're here? We got here? Oh, yeah. Okay, now I have to, okay, I know the next step. Don't allow to be overwhelmed. Just chill, observe, watch, pay attention, and listen. Listen. And you're like, okay, I don't have to listen to a bunch of other people. I just have to listen. And in a sense, listen with the unification of yourself, your spiritual team, and that of the omens of the universe, the spirits of nature. Okay. I feel like masculines were listening to maybe too much of other people's opinions and things. And it caused a lot of confusion for themselves. And they are in the you are actually, I'm trying to say this like it's a all right. You are in this shiftment of yourself about that. You thought that, listening to higher advice or certain things in these certain directions and doing and putting work in certain things like this is a responsibility. Doing this, it's very logical. It's very like, hey, it's very like to the point, ongoing, like, hey, here, there's a big shift in that. You're just kind of like, all right, I'm going to put my effort where I feel like I have to put my effort. Why am I putting so much effort into things that I really don't have to put this much effort into? I'm just using more of my energy when I don't really have to. And so that sense of realization is coming in too, to where you will be able to work with the towers and obstacles of everything that comes in, and it won't feel like you're fighting it. It'll just feel like, okay, so that is not what's supposed to be in play right now, or something like that. You're having different communication with the obstacles being put into play. And that's this ghost dance behind the moon, and this practicing of the inner child and rooting this. But it also looks like the masculine is cursed by a wild woman. But there's going to be a release of this curse. You agreed to this? Yeah, the masculine is. It's an earth sign masculine, or you have very strong earth sign. And you're dealing with the curse when it comes to this wild woman. And this curse has a handprint over the mouth. I have been going through YouTube and listening to Hindi God mantras or deity mantras. I listened to Kali and Shiva, and those ones, there was certain ones that the mantra eliminates and pushes away with the vibrations, curse magic, dark magic, and whatnot. So just kind of, I did it to just like put that energy out there of a sense of protection, because those mantras, it circulates. It's there. This is why I have a Ganesha bracelet, the remover of obstacles. This is why I love Kali, the one that tears things down to make room for a new beginning. So it's positive. Even if it's something negative, it is for something positive. So that's where I see, I feel a quarter of you masculines are going to play with that, and maybe feel a certain shift and maybe certain things in the energy. I actually feel the shift in the energy when I did the a Shiva one, and it was a removal of cursing energy, especially with this curse being here from a wild woman, and it could be tied to someone that you have a child with. Okay, that's only for half of you. And I don't feel this is very much hidden energy, to be personally honest. I feel y'all know about it, but you just kind of, whatever. I feel a quarter of you went through retaliation, and you could be healing yourself through retaliatory energy and tactics and choice instead of walking away. And that's why this is a soul retrieval energy, because you gave a piece of your soul away just to be able to retaliate towards it. They gave the soul away just to be able to push this energy upon you. I feel curses is heavily a soul kind of losing type of tactic and energy when it comes to dealing with things. Because I truly believe everything happens for a reason. This is why I have always just did not like playing with cursing energy. There was something about it was felt so off. so off. There was so much a better way to be able to handle things of attacking energy from people than to go through, or a sense of justice. It's getting a sense of justice, okay? But it's a manipulative way of justice. And the universe and its cycles don't like that. So they're just going to send you back a manipulative sense of justice, and it won't be real justice. They'll be like this still kind of needing a sense of soul retrieval in this, and the real justice is the understanding and connectivity and the truths within oneself and ownership of these truths when it comes to cursing energy, cursing tactics, dealing with cursing energy if you feel like you have been cursed, dealing with cursing like people, because some people may not be of like witch-like or sorcery-like and know how to curse someone's mentality without issuing a curse. Like they do kind of underdogging things and try to pin things on other people. So they have that energy curse inside themselves to handle things in their own hands, to feel as if they're getting a sense of justice or a win over someone. And that is a very karmic heavy, backfiring energy. I would definitely prefer warning on that. So, anything else? All right, I'll take terror. What are we at, y'all? We're at 41 minutes. All right. Okay, my whole deck's upside down. All right. There's this energy of juggling. So right now there's this juggling, but I feel it's a juggling and shifting. Little cut here, but knowing there's still a little soul retrieval, so it's a little cut and it's hanging by a thread. There's one here, you knew that can be fully cut. This is where I see your juggling coming in, okay? Because it's clarifying the wheel, the blade, and emotional balance. So this is very strongly balancing out your emotional healing and cutting of ties, okay? Entering into a Knight of Swords energy, sense of truth, going towards something, giving back thanks to someone, okay? There's someone very specific here you are holding back from. Very specific. You are holding back from. Communication. About wanting to put effort into a union. About energy of waiting for a loved one, waiting for their ships to come in and feeling left out in the cold. This masculine, if you're in a feminine energy, you're the one that's left out in the cold. Because you would be the more nurturing element in things, and the person you're dealing with is more in her masculine kind of scared energy. This is why I felt that way in a sense of a direction when it came to someone specific. So the Wheel of Fortune, when it comes to this Tower moment. So I'm feeling like finances for you masculines, you're going to have to make a serious decision about some sort of, all right, harvest towards something, gathering. Yes. There's a tower moment about gathering and having to make a decision when it comes to a soul retrieval energy and hidden information. Things you've been seeing when it comes to your vision quests, relating, tied to your two kids. Okay. It is tied with the kids. There is a lot of caution and graceful surrendering through the rebuilding. Good job. There is beautiful rebuilding. Okay, there's a death to left out in the cold energy. There is a leap of faith and walking away from hidden, secretive energy. Okay, there is walking away from secretive energy, or there's taking a leap of faith, walking away from something of the past and releasing, giving a secret to someone. Yeah, there's a decision being made upon this. Sweat Lodge. It's about your 10 of Cups. It's about this burden you've had and feeling trapped or feeling bounded, feeling like mentally bounded when it comes to someone of the past. And you're just carrying all these burdens towards this, this ending result, just working towards it and nurturing yourself, honoring yourself. Okay, masculines, you're doing very good at honoring yourself. I just have to put that out there. I even heard in a reading what a masculine would like to say to their feminine, and it was like they said, in a sense, like you can't get mad at me for putting myself first. This is what you present. You this is what you represent. That's the word. Thank you. This is what you represent. You can't get mad at me or have resentment for honoring myself. Same as that I cannot do that to you for you doing what you need to do in the opposite of what I did. The masculine shaking his head. So easy, feminines. If you're cross-connecting or cross-watching, feminines, easy. Because just as much as you're doing self-love for yourself, I'm feeling like the masculines are really doing that for them, and they're giving a sense of sacrifice upon y'all's connection to honor their soul retrieval. Okay? And if you feel like you're a strong masculine doing this, good job. You're doing exactly what you need to do. You are not neglecting your call. You are honoring every inch of your call and doing very perfect at it, and you will be entering into the doorway towards your 10 of Cups. However that befalls, okay? However, that really resonates for you in a specific direction you feel a calling for your own soul and soul healing and soul retrieval. And that emotional balance we have up there. This is why you're doing a lot of juggling. Even if you feel like you're a toxic masculine and you're juggling people, you're doing it because you're showing yourself certain shadow sides of yourself. That is what you're doing. And you're literally just sabotaging the unhappy relationship you're in so you can feel like you have this sense of freedom to put effort into a specific direction you would like, because this person kept like a very strong grip on you, and they were using magic to keep that grip on you mentally. This magic was done onto you mentally. They tried to do it. Some of you that tried to hit it emotionally, but it wasn't played right to do that. So it hits you mentally. You couldn't get your connections. You couldn't get your connections to be able to heal your heart because they kept the clouds there. And every time you tried to clear the clouds and you started to see things, it's like they grabbed more clouds and said, "Oh no, you don't," and then just put it all like right there. And sometimes it got even way more confusing to you, because that's the tactic I feel of the person you are dealing with. And that's why I feel there's this emotional rebalancing and soul retrieval. It's like refinding yourself, because I feel someone you were dealing with was tearing you apart and throwing pieces of your soul everywhere so you could not find yourself. Not that they intentionally, purposely, mentally was trying to do that. I feel like that was the plan from the beginning, because you wanted to understand something you're going to understand by going through all of this. Okay. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's extremely powerful. It's huge. It's Odin huge, the All-Father huge. Okay. So keep going. Keep going. But also keep the focus towards, full fulfillment, this full 10 of cups. Keep that overall focus, however it plays out, however, whoever, and y'all are really good at doing that. I feel if you don't end up with your feminine, you're actually going to be quite fine and happy, probably on your own with a bunch of friends. So I just feel, honestly, you're paying more attention to your soul retrieval and your own personal element of 10 of cups. And gaining, a lot of clarity, just removing all these clouds and making it to where those clouds cannot take you out of yourself again, because you're sewn every part of yourself back up and allowed it to heal. And put up more. I feel like your spiritual team is putting up more defenses in this, and quarter of you may actually be going in shaman journeying and meeting your animal spirits. Yeah, your animal spirits that help you fight all of these energies, and you're going to be communicating with them. You're going to be working with them more about where these energies are, because they had a hard time. They would fight it when it was already in your vicinity, but that's because there was this lack of collaboration with yourself and your spiritual sense of embodiment. Some of you, it's done a bit differently. Some of you, it's just talking possibly with your angels or whatnot, or the sense of praying or whatever you may do, maybe ceremony. Some of you, it could be, going into workings and calling upon them. And some of you, and it could be so many different ways. It's just choosing to go more into that, involving soul retrieval, vision quests, these hidden elements, or taking a more simple road and just kind of not really putting more work into that. You would be putting more work into your work. There would be a message for those of you that is not heavy spiritual like that, and this is just involving work, really. There is going to be more work into kind of like a collaboration here, gathering of like minds. So this could be a meeting, and this was being held back because of a lot of juggling of getting the right person. But there's a death to a specific person, or for some of you, my condolences about a death in your family. And there's this inheritance. I can see that coming in, but having to walk and being able to walk away from something because of this coming in. But for those of you with work, you felt like you were left out in the cold. You were waiting for your ships to come in about this. There's a death to being left out in the cold. A tower about the Wheel of Fate, you possibly getting the promotion, you being the one to get it, and then making this clear decision. A clear decision is coming up, and you will be walking away from possibly one job and really putting a lot more of your efforts and time into this job because it's more fulfilling for you. It is the work environment, the right job for you. It fits you. So it is a energetic soul retrieval when it comes to this work, because you will feel grounded, you will feel stabilized, you will feel your home will be rooted and grounded. The children, you will have everything you need. You will have it slowly, and you'll be able to work for more. This is a growing opportunity. With however much work you put into it, with the work you put into this opportunity is what you will get back out of it. Okay. Some of you, there is some emotional healing going on, because that emotional healing is going to help you to be able to stand in your new work position easier with this emotional balance, because you won't feel so overwhelmed at work. You won't take as much personal as you used to, involving other people that maybe you work with. Nine of Cups. For some of you, it's walking away from drinking. It's healing, walking away from this drinking, this overindulgence for some of you. But this can also be, a wish fulfillment relating to someone of the past, feeling blocked from them, being able to drop burdens, and revealing of you. Two of Cups, 10 of Cups energy, I would say. What is this? Four of Swords. Yeah, rest. I thought a lot of rest was coming in this. Moving away to calmer waters. An emotional release. There's an Emperor energy that is going to be sending out an emotional message of some sort about something that is going to be sad. But your heart is holding on to this one cup that you're going to, I feel, turn away from, everything that just fell apart to a Two of Cups energy. And while either it be Two of Cups energy with your boss and you relating to a specific position in work, being able to have conclusions in sadness energy, and honoring, a choice in love, or honoring a choice in work. In the world, things are playing out in your favor. Wow. And the Empress ends up in communication with a King of Swords. About hidden knowledge. Known hidden knowledge. A revealing of known hidden knowledge. Giving back energy. Communication. All right. From someone that's been spying. So, in wanting to go into work collaboration, someone's been watching you. Okay. And we have this Two of Cups energy when it comes to collaborating. This could involve collaborating. Queen of Swords and a King of Wands is out here. About relating, tied with Three of Swords energy with a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles. Holy cow. And the Strength card through Judgment. This looks like court judgment. And then wanting to go in and heal Two of Cups energy, having strength through judgment. Looks like court judgment. Third party. Unequal give and take. Slow and steady coming, but it's coming into its conclusion. Really? I want to put these cards out here. Judgment. Yeah, we'll leave it at the Strength right there. All right. Because I'm going to bring out some solar cards for y'all. This is very specific. And I haven't done a masculine reading in quite some time because I'm sorry, masculines. Y'all have been in some heavy energy. And I felt like, no, not right time. And then yesterday I was like, oh no, masculines need a reading. So yeah, I don't know that I'm going to be doing a collective reading today. Let's see, masculines. It looks like some of you may end up in a collaboration with a friend in taking action towards a focused love. There's a release from a curse with the rainbow being here. I feel like if you have this conversation with your higher self, yourself is going to tell you wanted that to happen. Because it's going to help you to see how and why this is ridiculous to do. How and why this is just ridiculous to do. I mean, there's no point unless you want to get backfiery energy. There's just really no point. No point in this. Because whatever happens, even if it's negative, even if it's someone, well, this person did this to me and they got away with it. You think they got away with it, but they're never going to get away with it because they reflected that very energy back upon themselves. I mean, if you look at possibly what that person's going through, even if they put on a mask, oh, I have such a happy life, I'm doing great. That mask is a curse itself. They're lying to themselves and lying to everyone else. They're truly very just lost inside. And so they feel like they have to put this mask on like, oh, I have such a beautiful life. And it's giving yourself a curse. I've constantly second looked at myself on that energy. I've had to tell myself, be nice, unicorn. Be nice to yourself. You're doing good. It's all a process. You learn more as you do, and that practice makes perfect. And, especially when it comes to communication, which you may say, how maybe you may sound downing. So I work with it on myself too. And you know what? That's authentic. There ain't no one in this world that's freaking perfect, or everyone literally in this world is perfect. Like, I really hate that saying. To be personally honest, I really don't say I hate very much things, but I hate that saying. No one's perfect. How about everyone is perfect in their own way that they wanted to be here in this lifetime? Everyone's perfect. You're perfect just the way you are. It's part of self-love. It's part of one of our things. Even if you don't like certain things about yourself, well, you know what? Practice makes perfect. You already are perfect just the way you are, even with those little things issues that you're getting through. You're perfect just the way you are. Even if, especially when you're having self-realizations and ownership and truths about maybe certain dark aspects about yourself, and you're working through it, how is that not perfect? Even if you don't have that realization or those ties or those gifts to be able to live life in a overly spiritual way, you're perfect, because you know what? It's a lot easier for y'all to flow into things than it is for us. We have way more obstacles, way more things to get through that sends us into way more stress. And sometimes we admire the simplicity of just living life and enjoying things by the moment. And then just kind of being able to shrug off little obstacles. Some people that have, not as high tech of a mind easily flow through these things and don't have resentment, usually just kind of enjoys life. And it's amazing. So that makes you amazingly perfect. We actually usually think y'all are more perfect than us because we go through so much shit. So yeah, I just feel like, everyone's perfect. Everyone's perfect in their own way with the direction that they're creating in their own journey. And someone's going to be just that perfect for you, just as much as they feel that perfect for them. It's beautiful. All right. I think I got that message out now. Whew. All right. So what's next? The Zolar. I want to do the Zolar. Zoltar. Which one is it? I'm pretty sure it's Zolar. Zolar, yes. The Zoltar, I guess, is that fortune telling thingy guy, but he looks like that fortune telling thingy guy. You put a coin in, I will tell you your future, and he spit out card. You will receive a letter or a message. A receipt of money. Oh, wow. Look at that. Y'all are going to have the freedom to be able to leave and no longer feel like you have to hold back anymore. Wow. Y'all are going to go into union with a light blonde lady, dark man under 40? Left out in the cold, medium light man under 40? Pertains to home and affairs. Denotes business worries, personal reverse. Loss of job. I thought that was their loss of job, dude. But you're going to get a better one. Inheritance, receipt of money from an unexpected source. So you're going to get help. You're going to have help. Okay? Affections and favors, okay? Very good. This is going to help you to be able to take your direction for a lot of you to your union, okay? This is coming in. You are at that doorway. You are doing amazing. You are very, very, very doing very amazing. Yes. Okay. Influence and associated with a medium light lady. This is about the tower moment. This is about a emotional reveal. This is a choosing of lovers. This is tied with the 10 of cups, 2 of cups energy. Comes to influence, hidden energy, influence, walking away, influence associated with a medium dark lady, and sure to happen. Communication when it comes to someone watching you. It says sure to happen. But I know me and Fairy Moon Tarot are all like, all right, what, a year from now? It's okay. We all have our own process. Don't take me too personal. A medium light man over 40. There's this rebuild, rejuvenate. Someone over 40 is going to help you to rebuild. We have here, with this Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, clarified by this Earth, a light-complected man over 40. When it comes to this heartbreak, King of Wands, and then Queen of Swords. What is all this? Future hopes, ambitions, love affairs, and plans, some sort of business worries and setbacks. There's going to be some business setbacks. Masculine, this is going to be a business setback, possibly involving your feminine. News of a wedding. Influence and associated with a medium dark man over 40, and judgment in this. Collaboration denotes pleasant surprise, favors, assistance in love affairs. Okay, collaboration in creating or going towards, moving towards your 10 of cups. A wish fulfillment with someone of the past. Wow, these really clarify, don't they? Wow, you are very anxiety filled about a lot of trouble and gossip, or possibly future troubles and gossips. The communication in this will keep this from, it will strengthen its protective field around this connection. Okay. Denotes anxieties, uncertainties. It looks like possibly certain gossips. I feel like this is what held certain things back, but a large amount of money or a costly gift and a slight delay in plans and disappointments in this, and news of a death with a dark medium or medium dark lady, and sure to happen. This is a masculine reading. Wow. Denotes pleasant annoyances and drastic action. I said earlier, if this does feel like a death, my condolences, I'm so sorry. And you may end up having to leave home or change home because of this drastic action. Or someone has news of a death to a situation with a specific person, this walking away energy from a dark lady, sure to happen, and communication towards a medium light man over 40 with you will receive something or meet someone unexpectedly with the dark lady. And this is caution. Taking caution and clarity and graceful surrendering when it comes to rebuild and rejuvenating. And masculines, some of you may end up getting an unexpected surprise from a karmic dynamic person. Stay in your calmness, stay in your element, especially if all the secrets that might be revealed, you got this. And its influence are associated with a dark man over 40, wish come true. Influence and associated with a dark man, medium dark man under 40. Influence and associated with a light blonde man under 40. Wish come true. Influence and association. A man under 40 and a light blonde man under 40. Associated with a dark man over 40. Wish come true. About a healing. Masculines, you might be having healing of father issues, like issues with your father. There's a lot of father issues being healed. Fatherly issues. And harshness on you as a father. Easy on you, on yourself. A lot of this had to happen just to be able to see this sense of realities and things, and to get through the illusions. Especially if you're going through a lot of self-sacrifice just to be there for your kids. Be easy on yourself as a father. Yeah, because I see the heavy here. But a lot of this emotional healing and revealing is going to help a lot of this. Issues when it comes to you and your father that y'all have had in the past. And it's going to connectively heal into your and your son's relationship, okay? Because you're really coming into strong understanding on how to really do things differently and how to relay information to your son about this. Or for some of you, this could be a daughter in a reverse kind of informational flip when you talk to them about relationships involving men and what men can do. So same thing with your son and what women can do, okay? Some women, always say that, some women, not women in general, because then they'll always just have this belief that no woman will be, better than him. It's kind of given an ego trip. Saying some, but not all women will do this. And this is how you can spot it. This is how what I've learned in being able to see the patterns and what these women do. And there's going to be a lot of strengthening of father-son or father-child development in a new age, okay? There's no longer hiding things from kids anymore. There's expression. There's explaining. No matter how many times you have to explain it all, The repetition, you'll become a conscience on that kid, on that child. So I feel like that's kind of what I try to do, because I will keep going. I will keep saying the same thing over and over again 100 times. I don't care if I'm getting annoying. Well, you know what? If you don't want me to be annoying about it, well then, come on, step up a little bit, or I'm just going to keep being annoying about it. And if you're going to keep doing the same thing, it's just like, it's a standoff. Something's going to break eventually, or I'm just going to give up and you're just going to go through, whatever heck you need to go through, because apparently I can't get the lesson in you. So then the universe, it's all right, universe, your turn to send the lesson because I'm not being listened to. So, and that's knowing when to skim the surface and knowing when to dive deeper. Also, I feel when it comes to your connectivity, communication, and bond with your child. Okay. Because yeah, I definitely see that heavy here. That's wild. I have all these cards here about love, and then these 4 cards sitting here about father issues. Like, how do I get that out of just these 4 cards sitting here? That's just funny. I love it. It's cool. I don't care how. That's why I just say it, because I'm just like, that's just awesome. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's that generational curse you're breaking too. You're breaking a generational curse on that. I've seen that a lot in my relationship with my son. So before I hit 2 hours, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. I feel this is definitely just perfected for you masculines. And if you would like to get deeper specifically into your own situation, I am taking personal readings. And to get that information, you can look in the description box below and get a hold of me for a personal reading. All right. Wow. Creation into freedom. Yeah. What message do we have for our masculines here? Yeah, well, that's 4 cards. I don't think so. The Loon and Blue Jay. Wow. It's 20 and 2. That's wild. That's really cool. I like the lighting I did. Y'all can see the cards now. That's awesome. I got a $2 lamp from Goodwill and just stuck it right there. Yeah. Yeah, that works. It's better than the way I was doing things. All right. Oh, this is cool. So we have creation at the center of the universe. The mountain spirits speak, telling you of their ancient memories. You walk around the stones of a sacred fire, and you sense the breath of your ancestors in the purple smoke. They wish to transform your doubt and your pain. There is a ceremonial chant loud in your brain, and the dancers, like the dancers of old, are pulling you into ceremony. They are the equivalent of the universe, here to remind you of the creation of life and death. You open your prayers as a sacred hoop, or you open your wishes as a sacred hoop of your life and offer them to the winds of time and caressing the world. Caressing the world. The winds of time caressing the world. A great warrior appears and descends on the mountain pathway to join you. You have made a sacrifice in your life. What is it? He asks. What is your life's greatest truth, and how do you express it? Is your truth held in your pain, or is it hidden within the butterflies that softly lead your transformation? Freedom, brother to hawk. Possessions are many and varied. This is how we define ourselves. Even those unattached to worldly possessions possess knowledge, attaching to ideas, experience, a name. Does a man with a feather possess the imbued spirit of the bird, or does the bird now hold the man captive with the man's desire to obtain knowledge? In truth, they are both possessed by the whole, the spirit and the rainbow containing all of life. The me dissolves into relationship. To be, to exist, is to be related. The true self is one of infinity. You ask, why was I born? And your life becomes a search for treasures. But the greatest freedom comes with the search for truth, the true self. To find true fulfillment and beauty, understand your attachments, own them and accept them. Be proud of your accomplishments, then release them. Freedom comes when your belongings no longer own you. All right. Loon. Number 20. I am Loon, the keeper of dreams and master of wishes. I am the place where poets wander. I am the world the great visionaries traverse. I am the lonely woods that beckon the mystic. I am where the madmen get lost and where the medicine men dream. To enter my waters, you have gone searching for a new reality. Your dreams have inspired you. Your fantasies have lured you in. Though the flows of wishes and hopes intoxicate and stimulate, sometimes they hold you hostage. I will let you envision new worlds, but you cannot linger long. From here, you must recognize your own part in your life story. I am the enticement of shadows. Step inside my deep lakes and pull from it the endings you dream of. You are playing with possibility. You are exploring the land of dreams. You are fantasy and you are Loon. 2. Blue Jay. I am Blue Jay, the advantage of a quick wit and intellect. I am the first one heard. I am the brightest one seen. I command attention and dive in. I fear nothing and I take what I need. I am the crucial adaptation of a successful life. I have the discipline to master new skills. It is fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many will keep you scattered. I am the need to follow through. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You may need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart the others, and I feel that one for you masculines. You may have to outsmart others, but using it in a healthy kind of type of way. Don't focus too much on what they're doing. Focus on how you can work around whatever they're trying to trip you up on, okay? Do not be afraid to draw attention to yourself. Let the world know you are there and ready to take control. I am incomparable in self-certainty. I am the victory of taking by sheer will. Get out into the world and take what you have worked so hard for. I would say except, I feel take is a little bit of a harsh word, but you are presence, you are survival, you are bold ambition, and you are Blue Jay. All right, there you go, masculines. That is all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I am Oracle Unicorn, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sharing, you never know who else I'll see this, and it might be able to help them as well. And I will... Yeah, I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. All right, have a good day. Bye.